Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. Today we're going to take a look at a fixed blade knife from Fox Knives. Fox Knives is that Italian knife making company. They are out of Maniago, Italy, and they make some really nice knives. I hope that you're familiarizing yourself with this company because they're worth knowing about. This particular model is the Trek King, the 685 model. There is a 684 also that has a different blade style. This I think you're gonna like. I know I do. It comes in a sheath, black leather sheath, with just a belt loop, non-adjustable belt loop. It's just stitched down and riveted on one side here. It is a side access sheath. Side opening does have a loop here that goes across the handle guard. Tight snap. The knife comes in the sheath and it comes in plastic. There we go. There you go. So going in the sheath, you see it just goes in like that, and that's what it'll look like on your hip. Okay. There you go. Take a look at that. There it is. That is one heck of a knife. You know, when I see a knife like this, it reminds me, it just makes me think of like the pioneer days, or this is like the type of knife that I imagined Lewis and Clark might have had with them, or it's a knife that perhaps you might have found at the Alamo, or on a wagon train, heading out west as the country was being settled. It just brings up those kinds of images in my mind. But it is certainly an outdoor knife. It is no collectible. I mean, this is a full use, hard use knife meant for serious work. Obviously, it's a chopper. That goes without saying. It has sort of a not necessarily a kukri style, but it does have that widened blade there, so you can see that it's practically a mini hatchet. But it does have a recurve here, so you can see the kind of cuts you would get with that as well. And then the tip is just painfully sharp. That is, I mean, this has got everything. It's got chopping, it's got cutting, it's got piercing. It's a heavy. I mean, there's a lot of weight behind this knife, and it'll really does it all. I mean, this is the. If you could only have one knife with you to go out and settle the West, this is the knife that they took. That's that kind of spirit. So the technical specs on this, that blade is 8.9 inches, and let's see if we can get a little bit closer on that. 8.9 inch blade, so you've got almost a 9-inch blade there. So that's more than enough steel for most jobs, and certainly a good amount for chopping. The blade, it's 2 inches wide here at the widest point. Right there at that widest point, it's 2 inches wide. The thickness is 5 millimeters. That's 2/10 of an inch thick. It's got a nice 5 millimeter thickness. So that's an absolutely solid, rock solid knife. It's full tang. You can see that it's full tang all the way, the handle all the way around there. The whole thing is one solid piece of steel, and then the cross guard is not integral, but it's welded on there. So that is as solid a knife as you're going to find. It is flat ground here at the grind, where the grind begins low down, and it's flat ground at that point. So I think that's certainly a good choice. For a knife like this, you wouldn't put a hollow grind on it, I wouldn't think. You need the strength of the flat grind on there for your for the hacks that this thing is going to see. The overall length is 13.8 inches, and the weight is 21.2 ounces. It's you know, I mean, it feels, you can feel the weight in your hand, but the good thing about it though is this handle. The handle, it doesn't look like much, but I'll tell you, it's so comfortable that weight it really makes the weight very manageable. It really leaves the knife quite maneuverable and lively in your hand, despite the front load weight of it. That handle is very nicely designed. That's micarta, and it's extremely smooth. It's a totally smoothed and polished micarta. Get a close-up on that for you. Held on with the 3 brass pins. And of course, micarta, as you know, is a man-made product in layers. It's compressed resin. It's layers compressed with resin between each one and compressed and heated. And you can see here as they shaped down they angled down the handle, then you can see the layers as they expose there. But it feels like wood, you know, when you're holding it. It feels like sanded, smooth, polished wood. And the fit and finish is impeccable. There's not any seam. You can't feel the seam. If you were to close your eyes, you wouldn't know you were running your finger across a seam right here. It does have a lanyard with a collar, and I definitely would recommend using the lanyard. You might this particular lanyard here it's just wide enough to put your wrist through, and of course that's good, you know. But if it was me, I think I might take that off and put one that's a little bit longer on, so that I could put it in my thumb and then wrap it around my hand here and then grab. You know, I don't know if you guys ever do that, but it's not long enough for me to do. But if it's a longer one, you hook your thumb in it and then wrap it around the top of your hand that way, and that I think gives me an even better grip. But whatever. But that is just a joy. It's just a joy to feel and to use and to hold. The comfort in that is really nice, really nice. Camping, you know, hiking, backpacking, anything in the wilderness, this knife is an excellent choice for. See if we can get a look at that on the blade. Go ahead and check out Fox knives if you haven't. The price is not bad. These are well priced, very accessible priced knives, and they're good quality. Let's see if I can can't get much closer than that, but there you go. You can see the steel there. It's showing my fingerprints, but it's nice and polished and brushed, and you can see the work there on the swedge. That's nice. Real nice looking knife. And I'm telling you, it just feels great. Feels great. Sharp? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a sharp knife. Excellent edge on there, I must say. The handle has a little hook back here, okay, which is certainly a good thing given the weight of this knife. As you're swinging it, the centrifugal force is going to be pulling it out of your hand, so that hook right there will certainly help, you know, to keep your grip on it well, as that'll ram up against your pinky there and keep the knife in your hand, along with the lanyard, of course, which I recommend using. Excellent knife. Well built, great quality, good price, and it comes with a very nice sheath. That is the Fox Trek King 685. There is a 684, which has a little bit different style. It's more of a, I believe it's more of a rounded a rounded top blade, more of a bolo type of a blade. This is kind of a bolo, but it doesn't have the true bolo head on it. But it's kind of a cross between a bolo and a bowie, is what this really is. And my personal preference is this one, but they're both good knives. Excellent knife. Fox Knives Trek King. Well, I hope you liked that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.